Alrighty, welcome back to the next iteration of Whale Thoughts. I should have been numbering these because I'm pretty set on that as a series title. Anyways, so yeah, I know who all the characters are. Admittedly I was lazy throughout the night. I was playing video games and talking with friends on Discord, and I just didn't do this yet. I looked at like a picture of like all the characters, and I looked at the skill. I didn't read any of the skills. So the new skills, like I know there's a new A skill on Claude, which I mean, come on, they're pumping out these new offensive A skills like it's bread. Ugh, this is getting very monotonous and cumbersome and tiresome and all of the sums. I saw that there was like Disarm Trap 4. I mean, what the fuck could they add on to that? Like, what does it do? Ignore hex traps now? If that's what it does, they're just gonna make a new trap and then they'll make like Disarm Trap 5 a year from now. And, God, it's so dumb. Anyways, and then like, that's all I really know. I know the duos like Kagero and Orochi, I believe. I think it was Orochi. I didn't actually see who the other characters. I just know it's Kagero. And then Claude is again. I didn't look at anything, but I'm assuming he's just gonna be another speed demon, and he's like he's one of the premium 5 stars. So like rip. If you want to merging him up's gonna be a bitch. Although, if I do decide to do that, it'll be long term. God, there's so many seasonal units I want to merge up. Like, I kind of want to focus Summer Fjorm as like my next. If I do whale on another seasonal, I think I want to wait and do Fjorm down the line. But then it's like, if I don't do it on her double special when she comes back, there'll just be something else next summer. Oh, God, this game sucks. Why do I spend money on this shit? Alright, anyways, let's see what there is. Well, I mean, I know what there is, but let's see what the skills do. Special heroes to battle. Wind Claude. It's like the theme is wind this time, with last year was flame.
I feel a bit strange wearing this outfit. In other words, pretty much
a flying green dagger. Why does he look like, he looks like, God, what's his name? Fagato. He looks like Fagato in this attire. So I'm gonna read Prime first because I'm interested in that. Attack speed Prime 4. If bonus is active on unit, grants attack speed plus X to unit during combat. X is equal to the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, times 2 plus 3 for a max of 9. And also, if number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, is greater than or equal to 4, unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range during combat. Oh. Huh. Huh. Actually, is that good though? Well, okay, you need 4 abilities active on you. That's not that hard to do. So like you could have Oath effect, right? The order's symbol from Oath. You could have like Rally Spectrum from Robin. You could have Grand Strategy from the other Robin. And then like Bonus Doubler from Ellawood. But that's like a whole team right there just to make sure you have 4 icons on you to get distant counter / close counter. Is that worth it? I suppose on units that have a PRF skill that give themselves a buff like that way as well. Okay, look. I think attack speed prime is gonna be the new best in slot. Okay, so like this is kind of a side grade to attack speed distance solo, right? So like attack speed distance solo is less stats, but it's easier to get the distant counter. Whereas like you even get the distant counter even if you're not soloist, because you don't get the stats, you know what I mean? But like so prime though, you have to make sure you have 4 icon buffs on your unit to get the distant counter / close counter. So I feel like that's a side grade to attack speed solo. But I don't think it's strictly better just because you have to jump through some hoops. Unless you have a unit, like I said, with a PRF weapon or just like other PRF skills, or like you can. Because like you give yourself Oath, right? And then let's say you have a PRF skill that gives you something else. Like say. Kadean Nino is like a bad example because you wouldn't want to put this on her because close counter on her is kind of like Monka S. Although, I mean, preempt exists. But still. Actually, this is really good with preempt. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, that's kind of its own beast to tackle. You'd want to have to go into the Sims, but I don't really use that because, dude, I used the Sim once and it takes so long. I don't have time for that. Anyways, so, but like for example, Kadean Nino gives herself that buff that ignores terrain, as well as +1 movement. So if you give her Oath on top of that, she only needs one other character to give her one other visible buff to supplement the 3 that she would give herself. So like on units that can give themselves like, let's say up to 2 icon buffs from their PRF weapon, this is going to be their best in slot skill. But like not a lot of units can do that, right? So you might look at this and say like, oh, I'm going to put this on Lucia. Well, okay, yeah, that's kind of better than attack speed distance solo. It's more stats. But then your entire team is got to be focused on giving her visible icons just to make sure she gets to distant counter. So, I don't know. It's good, but I don't think it's amazing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm cooked, but it's amazing on units that are self-sufficient, but like someone like Lucia, it's easier just to stick with attack speed distance solo, I think. Anyways, enough rambling about that. Let's see what Playful Pinwheel does. Accelerate special trigger. At start of turn, if unit's HP is above a quarter, grants null follow-up and null panic to units. See that right there? He has two visible icons off the cuff. And I believe I saw that he comes with Oath, so that's 3. So he only needs to supplement 1 buff from somewhere else. That's like Rally Spectrum or Grand Strategy. Good to go. He's got close counter. Bingo, bango, bongo. At start of combat, if unit's HP is above a quarter, you get 5 all stats a unit and grants grants bonus to units attack speed during combat equal to number of bonus effects active on unit and penalty effects active on foe. Excluding stat bonuses and stat penalties times 2. Oh wow, there's no ceiling on that. That's the same as Brave Crom. Holy shit. And also, if units attack can trigger unit special, grant special cooldown count -X to unit before unit's first attack, and special cooldown count -Y to unit before unit's first follow-up attack during combat. X is equal to the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses. Unit special cooldown count value is at start of combat. Y equals number of bonus effects active on unit minus unit special cooldown count value at start of combat for a minimum of 0. What the fuck is this? Okay, so let's say he has Glimmer. That'll be a 1 cooldown. So with no panic, no follow-up, he gets -1 at start of combat, so he gets Glimmer pre-charge. Am I reading that correctly? And then Y would pre-charge it again on the follow-up hit? So this is this basically just the Supreme Astra effect in weapon form? With this crazy math problem we have to solve? Okay. After combat, if a unit attacked, inflicts defense res -7 on target and foes within 2 space. Okay. Jesus Christ. He's the right color for being a nuke right now, too, because most armored tanks are blue. Well, that would have been true like 6 months ago, because or like 8 months ago, because like, yep, really the only like good blue tank right now is like Ascended of Dune that I can think of off the top of my head. But like, yeah, it's interesting. Damn, that is a PRF. I will say that. That is a PRF. Holy shit. He's a flying unit that gives himself no follow-up. He's got no ceiling on attack and speed buffs. It's like Brave Crom. Well, I say that, but Brave Crom, the reason why Brave Crom is so nuts is because he can copy from buffs from other units. So that's why not having a ceiling for him is like crazy. But Claude not having a ceiling, it's good too, but he has to rely on just getting the buffs from his teammates. So if you pair him with Citrine, that's going to help him a lot because it makes it easier to like just make sure he gets as many icon buffs as he possibly can. In fact, speaking of Citrine is going to be the best support to have on a team if for anyone who's using these new prime skills. I didn't think of that till right now. That's actually a really good point. Doesn't matter. I'm not wailing for more skills. There's been too many fucking skills. IS needs to calm the hell down with all these goddamn skills. Alright. Yeah. God, Claude is gonna be a monster of a nuke. Anyways, moving on. God, what the hell is Deep Star? Enables Canto 1. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally. Inflicts BDev -5 on foe and reduces damage from foe's first attack by X% during combat. If unit initiates combat, X is equal to 80. Otherwise, X is equal to 30. Stacks with other damage reduction effects like that from Deep Star first attack normally means blah 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 blah. If unit initiates combat, grants Deep Star to unit and inflicts gravity on target and foes within 1 space of target after combat. Deep Star. For 1 turn, if it is unit's first combat initiated by foe, that turn reduces damage from foe's first attack by 80% during combat. Brother, this is Fallen Star cranked up to 11. If nothing else, this is like a precursor to Fallen Star 2 whenever Claude gets his remix, right? Oh my god, that is... It's kind of like... It's kind of like a better guard bearing, sort of. Because guard bearing has that clause too, where like first hit is 60, and then preceding hits are 30. Oh dear. Well. And then also, Deep Star would be a third thing. Holy shit, so he's self-sufficient. After he attacks, Prime is ready to rock and roll. He has close counter because he's going to have his Null Panic, his NFU, Oath buff, plus Deep Star. So that's all 4. That's all he needs. Wow. This is a unit. This is certainly a unit.
This'll blow you away.
Actually, wait. I want to see. How did that work? So lethality is a 3 cooldown.
This'll...
So I'm assuming he had 3 buffs on himself. 3 minus 3 is 0? Wait, how does that work? I need to read his weapon again. I'm going to pause this while I read. Okay, so it's separate. This is easier to understand. So X, at start of combat, before his first attack, it's just minus however many icon buffs he has. So if he gets Null Follow-Up, Null Panic, it's -2. So he can almost just have a pre-charge lethality almost. No, he will. Because he has Null Follow-Up, Null Panic, and Oath effect. When he initiates, he pre-charges lethality. That is so crazy. Wow. And then Y for the follow-up would be 3 minus 3, so it's 0, I think. He would only get -1 if he had a 4th icon buff, I think. I think that's how Y works. Anyways, moving on. Holy, this unit is kind of nuts.
This'll blow you away.
Dagger. Bluster Princess? What the heck does that even mean?
Finally, some fun. I've been waiting for something like this.
Red Sword Cavalry unit. Attack speed clash, alarm attack speed. Okay, Fujin Uchiwa. Special excel, start a combat at units HP of a quarter, grants all stats to unit, which is 5 plus greater of unit's current bonus or foe's current penalty on each stat. Calculates each stat bonus independently. Okay, so is this banner kind of soft countering grand strategy meta? Okay. So you could have like 11 all stats. That is kind of nuts. Alright. Inflicts penalty on foe's stats equal to current bonus on each of foe's stats. Okay, so she just... Wouldn't it be easier to just say nullify bonuses? Reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% and grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack. Alright, that's interesting. It's basically just a stat ball. Basically just a stat ball. It's not bad. Twin Sky Wing. At start of turn, grants Pathfinder to unit. Grants Pathfinder to unit support partner for 1 turn. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that is interesting. Oh my god. Wait. Does she herself have Pathfinder? If more than one support partner is present, effect is not granted. At start of combat, if unit's HP is above a quarter, inflicts speed dev -5 on foe, and neutralizes effects to guarantee... Okay. So she herself doesn't have Pathfinder, but giving Pathfinder to your support partner is an interesting effect. You could, like... Well... She's also a Cav unit, which is, like... I don't... It's an interesting effect, but I don't think I would want to use one of my slots for her in like a Summoner Duels team. You know what I mean? Because like there's a lot. Those each spot is very like it's really tight. I don't know if yeah. I don't. It's a cute effect, but I don't think it's worth taking up a spot on the team. Because like when it comes to the likes of a Cav line, you just use Duo Dagger and you're good to go, right? Like if you slot in, like let's just look at a Cav line, right? If you wanted to use this dagger on a Cav line, well, you have to then take away Aira or you're taking away Seliph. Like you have to take someone away to put her in, and I just don't think it's worth it. It all depends on if she can secure kills or not, right? If she can, then fine. If not, not worth it. But her weapon is mostly just stats, which is not bad, but
Storm's rolling in.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, because most other PRFs have, like, more crazier effects than just stats.
A people that lives as one with the wind.
Ketria!
That feels right to me.
Flying Blue Bow. Let's see. White Wind Bow Plus. Effective against flying foes. At start of turn, if unit's HP is above a quarter, grants no follow-up, no panic to unit for 1 turn. At start of combat, if unit's HP is above a quarter, grants attack speed plus X to unit during combat. X equal number of bonus effects active on unit and penalty effects active on foe, excluding stat bonuses and stat penalties, ×2 plus 5. That's inheritable? Yeah, damn. That's like... That's like half of Claude's weapon as an inheritable bow. That's really good, actually. Dude, this bow is better than the arcane bows. What the fuck? That's really good. Okay. Wow, that's a good inheritable bow. Holy... Respectfully.
These outfits are bold.
All the more reason to show off. I'm here for you.
Jesus fucking Christ. Bright Wind Fan. Enables Canto Distance Max 3. Well, she's a ranged unit, so I guess it makes sense. Because this is the same Canto that Aira has, but Aira is max 4 because she's a melee unit. So I guess this makes sense. Special Excel. Start a combat if units HP above a quarter. Grants 5 all stats. Grants attack speed plus X to unit. X is equal to 20% of unit speed at start of combat. Holy shit, that is a buff to attack and speed. Wow. Even if you just have like 50 speed, that's plus 10 to attack and speed. Plus 15 with the 5 all. But you're not going to have just 50 speed. Let's say her base speed is 50. At start of combat, she could have like 70 speed. So that's going to be 14 attack and speed. God damn. Holy shit. It could be even higher than that. I mean, some units have like 80 plus speed during combat. And that would be 16 attack and speed. Wow. Alright, that is crazy. It neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat, and also if unit initiates combat, reduces damage from foes first attack by 50% during combat, and unit's next attack deals damage equal to total damage reduced. Okay, wow, she has the entirety of Kagero's dart on top of other stuff in this weapon. That is kind of nuts. So she has Ice Mirror, the Kagero's dart effect, half tempo, a shit ton of attack and speed with 5 all stats. Wow. I mean, this is just a nuke. All this is just saying she's a strong nuke. I don't think she's gonna be as good of a nuke as Claude for what that's worth. Because Claude's weapon is just more nuts than this, which is crazy because 20% buff to attack and speed based on your speed stat. That's not as good as 20% true damage based on your speed stat, but that is a big buff to attack and speed. That means something when it comes to, like, you know, doubling or not getting doubled. Especially when she has 50% DR on first hit. Wow. Okay, anyways, moving on. Lethality. Remote Sparrow. Oh, yes, she's the one with Disarm Trap. Right, let's see what this stupid skill does. Inflicts speed dev minus 4 on foe during combat, and if unit initiates combat, neutralizes effects to prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. Oh. You know why they gave this offensive NFU? It's because Disarm Trap is most prevalent on OG Yuri, and the problem with having Disarm Trap on OG Yuri is that you have to have NFU in his seal slot. But the problem with having NFU in his seal slot is he can't use like attack speed solo or blade session. And if you can't use that, then he doesn't have enough speed to double. But it doesn't matter because he needs NFU. And if he has NFU, he can't double because he doesn't have enough speed. My brain hurts. Anyways, so yeah, that's why they did that. While attacking, in Ether Raids, if unit ends movement on a space with a bolt trap or a heavy trap, cancels trap's effect. If unit ends movement on a space with a hex trap, reduces trap's trigger condition by 10 HP. Okay, so I assume they would just neutralize hex traps, but I guess they can't really do that because they released hex traps to counter Disarm Trap in the first place. So I guess they're kind of band-aiding that a little bit by putting the HP condition over it. But, like, it's not that hard to dodge hex traps with, like, your Disarm Trap unit these days, just because of how HP stacking works with mythic units. Like, for example, now, this might be a bad example because I barely dodge it, but my legendary Yuri can walk on hex traps free and clear because he has, I think with the mythic buffs, he reaches 66 HP, and the current hex traps only trigger at 65 HP. But Now that being said, my Yuri is plus 10. He's summoner supported. And I run him with like 3 mythics, which is plus 15 HP, right? So... Okay, so it's not so easy to dodge, but it can happen, right? I guess the thing is, Disarm Trap 4 would make it so you don't necessarily need to be summoner supported or plus 10, so I guess take that for what it's worth, but... I don't think it's so much... It's better than Disarm Trap 3, I mean, that goes without saying, but it's not necessary, it's really not, like... The whole idea of Hex Traps is you're not supposed to put your Disarm Trap units on that anyway. You're supposed to break them with your high HP units or your carries or whatever, but... whatever. Disarm Trap 4 is here, and it's cute, I guess. Fine. Yeah. Their duo skill. Grants special cooldown count -1 to unit. Grants, unit can move 1 extra space. And neutralizes foes' bonuses during combat to unit for 1 turn. Once used, duo skill cannot be activated again right away at start of every 3rd turn. Okay, well, no, that's not bad. It's good for... It's a good skill for Summoner Duels just because you can use it again. Like, you can use it up to 2 times in Summoner Duels. Like, you can use it turn 1 and then pop it again on turn 3, 4, or 5. So, like, that in of itself is, like, decent. Any skill that can be used multiple times is automatically good for Summoner Duels. You can, at the very least, it can be used for stalling, but this has practical usage, so... Yeah. Interesting. That's not a bad dual skill. Whoop.
Like 2 peas?
In a pod.
Why wouldn't you have her go on a Hex Trap just to, like, show that off?
We'll make a path.
I guess it's dumb.
I'm here for you. Ha!
Ooh.
Faster than the wind.
Dude, Ether Raids is gonna get so dog shit with all these crazy nukes coming out. It's getting harder and harder to Omni-Tank / just tank in general. Well. God, do I even want to pull on this? I kind of don't. Just because I'm... just been pulling so much lately. Oh my god. I've been pulling so much lately. IS needs to calm the hell down, bro. There's so much stuff. But here's the thing. God, it seems like every banner I say, like, this unit's kind of nuts. Let's get 1 copy of it. But it's like, God, dude, like, every fucking banner. God, I've had enough of this. I just want to not. I just want a month where I just don't want to summon on anything. But there's, like, always something I want to get. God, I'm getting burnt out here, man. I don't know, though. God, that all being said, like, dude, this Claude... I don't know. I'm so not looking forward to, like, defenses that's going to have this Claude and, like, Legend Hinoka on it. It's going to be so bad. Hoo boy. Man. Alright. Well. These units are seemingly nuts. Claude and Kagero seem like they're quite powerful nukes. Claude specifically. Daggers, I don't know, as sword calves go, she seems okay, but And Katria has, she has a really nuts inheritable bow, I will say that, but she's the 4-star demote, so whatever. That's about it, I guess. Let me know what you think. Oh, dear God. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.
We gotta let it get back, raise it with your face so first.